And welcome back, everybody, to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It is now October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. And we are about to begin the trial of Will Powers. Hey, oh my god! Courtroom run backs! Courtroom run backs! Let's go! The court is now in session for the courtroom the trial of Mr. Will Powers. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited to see Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright go at it again. Oh my god, this is hype. Let's get hyped. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show that the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact, sir. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Alright, let's see what he got. Come on, Detective Gumshoe, bring it. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. This here is the employee area. You see this glowing, blinking area on the map? Yeah, that area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate. Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack, the defendant, Will, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Excuse my speech, I'm kinda nervous. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. So right after that, she went to the guard station. Okay. Now I jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to the Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that thing again? Nah, skip it. I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Someone went medieval on his ass. I made it funny. Get it? Someone went medieval on its ass because it's kind of medieval to do such a thing? I'm so funny. Your Honor, that wasn't funny at all. But anyway, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Alright. Will the witness declare her name? Oh no. Look at this old lady. Oh my god. But give me 1 second, guys. I need to take care of something right now. My cat is just looking at me like upset, like, you need to feed me. Feed me right now before you do this trial. I want to get fed. I want to get fed right now because I'm a black cat. And I will ruin your recording if you don't feed me because I'm a fat black cat. Now feed me, bro. So, but yeah, that's the gist of it. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, and I am back. I just got done feeding my cat, or I wouldn't say feeding. I guess he's still eating right now. But I did go ahead and feed him, so we should not get any more interruptions from animals or phone calls for that matter. And what I did while I was in there feeding him, I went to go get me one of my favorite drinks of all time. Yeah, you hear that? You hear that familiar sound? I know what it is. It's Sobe. Yeah. So good. Now this was the first Sobe I had in 3 months. Ah, so good. And it's the green tea kind. I didn't even like the green tea one until I started drinking it more, and I just gradually started liking it. But without further ado, let's get back to the security guard giving her testimony, I believe. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. You could call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Wendy Oldbag? What the fuck? Just... Still, believe it, there was this boy that captured it. He called me an old bag while I just cried and... Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained! Wendy Oldbag. Wendy Oldbag. Why in the... What? Why would they do such a thing? Why would they name a character Wendy Oldbag? They went too far, Capcom. Y'all went too far with these names. Wendy Oldbag, though? Okay, let's continue. Objection sustained! The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, sir, I was. And to get to the Wendy Oldbag. Wendy Oldbag, though. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. And the judge is sick of her shit. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Oh my goodness. Witness's testimony, or witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. Now that I think about it, hold up. This may not have anything to do with the case, but why are you a security lady, and why are you that old? You're that old, and why are you working security? It's not like you can chase after someone that committed a murder or anything. Like, what can you possibly do, physically? It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Wow. You saw the defendant then, huh? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine the Wendy Oldbag. The Wendy Oldbag! Let's pressure on all the statements. Obviously, we do have to present the photograph, I'm guessing. And we want to press it just to be sure. We don't want to give away our ace in the hole just yet. So let's press her. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card gate to get in. Or a card key, not a card gate. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. Hold it! Hold it! A run-through? They were working on a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the... Excuse me. Woof! The Sobe. But anyway, they've got the basics figured out by noon, and they were supposed to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in the dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Ha! Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? Why did you only get there afternoon? Oh! Why did you only get there afternoon? Not afternoon, but afternoon. You can say afternoon in the afternoon, but he's saying afternoon. Get it? You guys get it? Okay, maybe I kind of went kind of crazy on the... You know what? Let's just move on. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. What kind of errands was she running? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. No, I don't know. Answer the damn question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job! I'm not sure your boss should see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. It always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when she got there. Press her on this. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. Edgeworth seems kinda different. You know? I was at the main gate from then until 5. You were watching the whole time? No breaks, not even a second? Of course! I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? Oh no, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday, it's just... I can't watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time! Snapper whapper! Snipper whapper! What the hell? Snipper whapper? Old Windbag is losing it. Why don't you raise an objection? So, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Hold it. How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting chewed out by a security guard. Alright, let's see. 2 p.m. You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get excited at your age. You might strain something. No, don't get your skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. Now this is where we should present the photo. But before we do that, let's press her. So you saw Mr. Powers, huh? That's what I said, goody. Got wax in your ears, sonny? Nick, this is your chance. Yep, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him. Alright, let's present the Powers photo. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Objection! Let me get this straight, Oldbag. Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Holy cow! What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in the court is accusing of you. Miss Witness. He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently. Apparently, you do not have proof that the person in the photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man, of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed the photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. Uh-oh, here we go. The man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. The morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Look at the picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Really? Yeah, that really doesn't prove it was him though. So he sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Alright, let's press her until she squeals. Let's make her squeal. Hold it. Whippersnapper! I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know. Oh, excuse me. My bad. My mic kind of went out there at the last point. But anyway, I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Used today always whining about each other. Pointing fingers is enough to make a Mr. Wright, please, for all of our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. I love that little smile he does when he bites his lip. That's hilarious. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, let's press her. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Let's press her. Trip and fall? And to think, he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurts. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? What was... Yo, this windbag is crazy. Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. He broke out of one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop. He sure did. His own samurai spear. Samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, I was there to fix it with my duct tape. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record. We didn't even examine it before. Alright, so let's look at the samurai spear. A murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Alright. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. Uh-oh. I think we heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? There's one thing that bothers me. Which is... where's the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? Object! Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can Mr. Will Powers be seen. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed me. We have to consider that possibility also. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is back to his old schemes. Then allow me to remove any doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Oh my goodness. Witness's account continued. Really? Alright, so what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to take me like a 30-minute break, and once we come back, we will be back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. My head is spinning. My head is spinning, dude. So I'll be right back.